Hey, Model UN, thanks for asking me to take a look at your videos. I'm thrilled to be a part of this process, and I'm really excited for you guys and all the great work that you're going to do with this club this spring. Just got done watching your videos, and I posted feedback individually, but there were a couple bits of sort of group feedback for these videos that I wanted to give. I'm not exactly sure how much these videos are going to matter to your ultimate presentation, but there are just a couple things that I think if you apply across all of your efforts with these countries, it'll make your work a lot stronger. First things first, since it's your first time out of the gate, I think what I saw in a lot of the videos is it was kind of flat. You know, there was a lot of like, yeah, this country is kind of like, yeah, you know, so there was a sort of hesitation. And when you get to these Model UN conferences, you know, 75% of it is information and knowledge, but 25% of it is presentation. You know, they're going to want you to be real advocates, passionate, informed, dedicated. So work on your material before you present it, either on video or in public. Practice it, talk with each other, rehearse. It's almost like a dramatic presentation. So that confidence will flow as you get it over and over again. I think the other thing with these videos, if you're going to do a video as part of an official presentation, I think one of the things that you might want to consider is rather than giving lots of sort of book reporty type facts out loud, you might include a visual. So I can't remember who it was. Democratic Republic of Congo, I think, you sort of described the flag for about 30 seconds. Well, flashing a quick visual of the flag would be just as effective, I think. With that being said, I think constant throughout most of your presentations was sort of a seventh grade book report feel. You know, it's like the currency is, you know, a very where in the world Carmen Sandiego trivia contest could be answered. What I didn't get in a lot of cases was a deep enough explanation of the important issues your countries face, or the important considerations that we need to know as we look at your country, and context. I think you know Gianni's with Palestine was a great example. I mean, there's possibly no more significant conflict on earth right now and over the past 20 years than the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. But in a discussion of Palestine, you really need to understand what that is before you can really understand what Palestine is. So I would say context, contextualizing your countries within the broader world is really important for all of you. You know, I think what would really help each of you is if you went and sort of wrote an introduction, a sort of powerful introduction that avoided sort of fact-based knowledge and got really to the deeper issues of each country, the deeper history, the deeper culture, the deeper economics, and their effects on other parts of the world. Yeah, other than that, the only other thing was you all recorded in sort of different and weird places. I think Jerry's was like his dorm room, and there was like, you know, a rotting tomato behind him or orange or something. I mean, I'm making that up, but you know, if you all pick sort of an official place, maybe even a podium, I don't know, make it a little more formal, you might come across as a little more formal as well. But otherwise, great work, guys. And if I can help with any of these countries, I'm happy to. And I would also recommend, you know, go to the library. Ms. Paula and her team are just more than eager to help you come up with great sources, and I think also digestible sources. You know, you don't have to read a whole book on Lesotho to get a good source, good overview of it. So if I can do anything, let me know, and congrats on the good work. Good luck.